You are 6 months into your company's ambitious expansion. The market response is poor, the budget is gone, and the team is demoralized. Your project has failed. What if you could have seen all of this before spending a single dollar? You can, by using an exercise called the pre-mortem. Major creative studios like Pixar rely on this exact process to find fatal plot holes before they invest millions in animation. Nobel laureate Daniel Kahneman spent decades studying human judgment, and he singles out the pre-mortem as his single most valuable decision-making tool. To bulletproof your own project, you only need 3 things: a pending major decision, your key stakeholders, and a 90-minute meeting to run through a specific 5-step framework. By executing this process, you stop passively waiting to react to problems and start actively engineering your own success. Step 1 is scheduling. You need a mandatory 90-minute session with everyone who has a stake in the project. This meeting must occur before the final decision is signed off or launched. Once the ink is dry, it is too late. Step 2 happens in the room. You start the session by presenting the initiative and its goals clearly to everyone. This presentation sets a strict baseline. It guarantees that the entire room is working from the same facts. Later on, when the team identifies risks, you will know they are pointing out actual structural flaws, not just reacting to a misunderstanding of the plan. Step 3 is the time travel exercise. Split the room in half and jump 1 year into the future. Group A imagines the initiative is an absolute catastrophe, burning millions. Group B imagines the project achieved a remarkable, complete victory. Normally, corporate cultures suffer from groupthink. Organizations dislike pessimism and often treat skeptics as disloyal. The pre-mortem bypasses this social anxiety entirely by framing criticism as a fictitious game. Because you are asking people to play a role in an imagined future, you protect their egos. What would normally be suppressed as disloyal pessimism instantly becomes an objective, creative, intellectual exercise. Step 4 is the writing sprint. You start a strict 20-minute silent timer for everyone to write their stories individually. There is one non-negotiable rule. Participants must explain exactly how and why their assigned scenario happened with high specificity. A vague concern on the left, like the market wasn't ready, is useless. You need detail. Our price point was 40% too high, allowing 3 competitors to steal buyers. Forcing quantitative data points makes critiques highly actionable. This brain visualization explains the psychology behind this. The fast, erratic spark represents what Daniel Kahneman calls System 1, our gut-level, highly optimistic default state. The interlocking gears represent System 2, our slow, deliberate, and highly analytical mode of reasoning. When you force stakeholders to write highly specific details, you physically block those lazy System 1 assumptions. You hijack their brains and force them into rigorous System 2 analysis. Step 5 is harvesting the insights. You go around the room and have every individual share their documented future story. You are listening for overlapping concerns. When multiple independent people identify the exact same flaw, you have found a genuine threat. The meeting leader must write down these specific, repeating causes immediately. Then you assign these causes to team members. Their job is to build direct contingencies into the project plan. By cross-referencing these independent stories, you take a cloud of vague individual anxieties and transform them into a prioritized, objective roadmap for risk mitigation. In 90 minutes, your team converted undocumented fears into a concrete, battle-tested plan. This specific framework forces everyone to look at the exact same data from a completely different angle, bypassing the confirmation bias that ruins standard project planning. Look at your calendar today. Pick one upcoming major decision and send out a 90-minute pre-mortem invite to your stakeholders. Executing an imaginary pre-mortem today saves you from conducting a real post-mortem tomorrow.